Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's the middle of the week. It's a beautiful week so far here in San Diego, and it's going to continue to be beautiful in spite of a little rain we got, but it's going to be a beautiful day today, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm back. I've been away for a few days. Had a 4-day weekend from my work and decided to just take it easy and focus on family. And it was my wife's birthday this last weekend, and just decided to focus on that. And so I hadn't been on, but I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back after a couple of days off. This is in the raw, unpracticed, unedited, unscripted conversation about anything. And, I was reading a quote. I subscribe to different accounts that provide quotes almost every day. And I got this one from Anne Lamott, and she's an author. She also teaches writing, and she said this: almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. And that got me thinking. You know, every time something happens with, like, let's say my technology here in my work, we have a smart board that we use, computers, printers, whatever. Sometimes they don't function. Sometimes they don't want to work. And so one thing that I've always, for years, I mean, this is even before technology got as sophisticated as it is now. One of the things that I've always tried is unplug it. You unplug it, and then you plug it, you wait a few minutes and you plug it back in, and then all of a sudden it works again. And so, that resonates with me because I've done that all the time. But it caught my attention. It says, this quote says, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes. And then it says, including you. And, that is so true. We need to get unplugged once in a while. We need to just rest. We need to take time off from whatever it is that we're doing and just rest. I'm very fortunate and blessed, that I work in at a school. I'm a teacher, and we get a lot of rest. We get time off during the winter, we get time off during the spring, and then we get time off during the summer. That's our longest. That's almost 3 months during the summer. And and we need it because it can be a high stress job, because there's a lot involved. Working with other humans, working with little humans, young humans, can be stressful and can be overwhelming. And so we need to take that rest, and whatever it is that we're doing, we need to take a rest. And the words of Jesus come to mind when I think of this. And he said this: "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens." In other words, he's saying, come to me, those of you that are tired. And we get constantly tired. We get constantly fatigued with the things that life gives us, right? And he says, come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Okay, he's offering rest. And you might say, well, how does he give us rest? And then he goes on to say, take my yoke upon you, let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. I find this very interesting. I find this very powerful as well, because he's talking about, us being tired, us being, burdened, weary. And he says, I'm going to give you rest. And we all connect with that because we all get tired. We all get weary. We all get sick of things, and I'm sick of work. I'm sick of, having to, the grind, the day in and day out, all this grind that I have to put in with whatever it is I'm doing, and we feel burdened sometimes. We feel these heavy burdens. And so our bodies take a toll, and we need to rest. We need to rest our bodies. One of the most important recommendations that medical science tells us is that we need to rest our bodies. In order, when we get sick, that's the first thing they tell us to do. You need to rest. But even if we're not sick, we need to have our complete rest to live healthy, to live a healthy life. So our physical body needs to rest. But then he goes on to say, you will find rest for your souls. What is that? Rest for your souls. How does our soul get tired, weary? And what is our soul? Well, our soul is that part of our body, or part of our self, that is that has all of our emotions. The part that worries, not wearies, but worries, the part that stresses, the part of ourselves that makes us lose sleep. That we're always thinking, and this is where our thoughts are, where our emotions are. That's our soul. We all have it. We are built, magnificently built, with three parts. We have a body, which we can see. We have a spirit, which is what keeps us alive, which is what connects, to God. And then we have a soul. Soul is where our emotions, where our thoughts. And so he gives us rest for our souls. We need to rest our souls. So we need to take time off. We need to unplug sometimes. And my wife and I, we've been in ministry, in church ministry, for over 40 years. Well, I have, because I started before I got married, and then when we got married, we continued. And sometimes we just need to unplug from that and just rest your souls. And we're in a season right now where we're doing that, and it's helping so much. Just to recharge, just to be disconnected from things in ministry. Not that ministry is bad, but it does take a toll on you, especially after 40 something years. So we're finding rests for our souls in that sense. We've just unplugged, and I know that sooner or later we're going to plug it back in, and we're going to continue, because it's a calling that we've received for the rest of our lives. So some way, shape, or form, we're going to continue serving other people through ministry. But for now, we are unplugged and resting our souls. And so you should consider doing that too, in whatever it is that you're doing, not just ministry, but whatever it is that you're doing. You should unplug for a while and just rest, disconnect, get away, and when and how to do that, but it's very important that we do that every so often. All right, that's it. Have a great afternoon or day or morning, wherever you are, and we will see you soon.